We are now in week 2, and it's week 2 because it's the next 7 prompts, but I gotta say, this week was a lot harder. These last 7 days were just so much harder than the first one because I tried making it a little bit more engaging in the sense of like just trying to figure out, just trying to be a little bit more meaningful with the prompts that I give myself, just for the sake of stretching creativity and just trying to think outside of the normal box. Now, one thing that is making this increasingly difficult is the fact that I've completely taken away social media outside of my influence, and so I'm not scrolling through Instagram and things like that, and even YouTube videos. I'm just kind of limiting myself to certain things like documentaries or things that don't really directly influence the things that I want to do and the things that I do. And so it was different. It was definitely harder because these prompts took me outside of what I'm typically used to doing, but I had no ideas and no creative influences outside of just what was in my head. So the very first one, post a moment that felt cinematic in real life. And here's what that looked like. Day 9, show the raw version of something before it became polished, something like a side-by-side or swipe post showing the raw versus the final. I'm gonna deconstruct my video from yesterday. Prompts for yesterday was show a cinematic or something that felt cinematic when doing it. For me, obviously, it's been getting into FPV. It just feels so cinematic when you slip on those goggles and you feel just like a bird or an eagle. And what you're seeing here, this is actually taken from Artlist. I just color graded it a little differently. And then I thought, one of my favorite things about an eagle is an eye. And so I thought, let me go ahead and actually search images of eyes. These very interesting animations started coming up of like an eye exploding. And then, so I found a lot of that kind of stuff. So after I compiled all that footage, I wanted to keep going back to an eagle. I wanted to keep 2 images continuously coming up. So me flying and then the same bird. I come back to the eagle, back to the goggles. And then afterwards I came through and tried figuring out just some quick last minute sounds that could impact with it. So starting off, you really have like this deep bass that I put it in there for when the track reloop. And then this part, this is probably the most unprofessional part of the whole video. I'm really trying to learn a couple of things as I go through these daily prompts for bigger projects. And I tried tracking, here you'll see in a second. So I tried tracking other shots. I put that into where the eyes actually would go. It's so quick, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because my goggles are already on according to the sequence of this video, but I just figured let me just try and make it a little more immersive. And then the drone. This was a little difficult for me because when I tried searching things for like throttles or what does it feel like to accelerate, it took a little bit of finessing around, and so I came up with just like a clicking sound that you hear in the beginning and then like an ignition going on. So I figured that would be enough to give the sense that you're about to go super quick. Since the song naturally does not end on a note I wanted to, so I ended up just cutting to where, I ended up just fading it out to where I kind of wanted it around the 34, 35 second mark, and then just adding or layering on 2 different risers here just to kind of add to the drop off. The goal is obviously to get really good at thinking really quick on the fly. Obviously, I want to take my time on projects. If you want to go watch the full thing, it's up live on yesterday's post. Thanks for watching. Now, day 10, score a short clip with music that feels you. Such a cheesy one, but one thing that I've been wanting to do for a little while is actually get into a little bit of music production. Just because I've talked about this in other places before where it's like you can create a video And I believe that the video is as powerful as the sound. It could be a terrible video, but if the sound is impactful and meaningful in any way or adds to it, people are going to stay by that, or actually going to watch that a little longer than if it was good sound but horrible visual. People want to be captivated visually. And so this I forced myself to sit down and just create just some quick little easy score or music, and I actually really enjoyed it. I've been wanting to revisit that topic a lot. And so I think after these 30 days are over, I think that's going to be something that I definitely will go back and try and revisit a little bit more, especially since over the last 14 days of creating, that has probably been my favorite one. The most difficult, but probably my favorite. And this is what that looked like. The prompt for today is score some kind of sound and overlay with some kind of visual, but the point is beginning to tap into the creative side of like, can you make your own music? And I've never done this before. The prompt also does say, if it's bad, upload it regardless. Okay, so I need to jump up to 120 beats. I have like no creative bone in my body today. Maybe that's my beat right there. All right, let's try that. I guess for me the goal is 4 layers. Just 4 layers of 4 different tracks, and we'll call it a day. I don't play piano, so this is actually kind of tricky. I only know drums. I've got drums, keys. Now I just need to find things to just like add character to it, to just kind of not go on beat, but just kind of dance in and out of it. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds so weird. I actually hate this so much, but oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, maybe actually. Let's I like that. Let's try that. Okay, so it goes something like, that's 4 tracks. That's something. This right now is actually sounding a little bit more on the futuristic side, which is fine, because then now visually that can attribute, I can do something with it. You know what? And with that, we're going to Artlist and we are pulling some images. FPV drone flying through mountain ranges. All right, so I'm gonna go into DaVinci, I'll throw this in there, and then this is what we're left with. Now, day 11, talk about something you're afraid to try. This is what it looked like. Today, I'm gonna be doing something that I'm actually afraid to do because there's a high chance of failure, but I gotta post the result regardless. This is the scary thing. You see how far ahead it is? It throws off the center of gravity, and up in the air, if I do not have enough speed to carry this forward, it's actually going to plummet towards Earth. But the thing is, I need this shot up there because I'm really looking for that. Oh! No way. I got it! And then for this next one, it's gonna be a little safer, but I've got this rig going on just to give me a front view of the camera. Let's pair these two up and see what happens. Day 12, find beauty in the mundane. And for this one, I think I just went outside and took a couple of shots, like drone videos and things like that. And this is what that looked like. Day 13, no rules, just make something and post it. This is something that just to do it with no agenda. And then day 14, share a lyric, phrase, or an idea you have been sitting on. And I think I revisit on this one in the post. I was going to do a monologue. I was going to do a video about like me talking about what I wanted to do, but it sounded really cheesy. And I hate sometimes talking in front of a camera and listening to myself back. So on Instagram, I uploaded this one, and it's in the caption that I talk about the idea. But the idea on this one, and this is something that I think segues from like what I'm doing now with video and wanting to move more into music, and this kind of like bridges the gap between video and audio, and it is creating a music video that is really centered around a song that has been super impactful for me, but the visual is all original. I mean, I don't think there's been a music video done to this song. Now, the song is not mine, but I want to be able to create visually original ideas while at the same time musically score something that speaks to me or gives or speaks a message that I would want spoken. And so this is something that I've been really sitting on, and I think I've been sitting on it way too long. So I talk a little bit about it in the post, in the text, the caption of this one. But yeah, more details to come. But I think for me, it's just get on it and go do it. Stop wasting time. Now, week 3, I'm going to try and be a little bit more on top of this one and just crank them out as soon as possible. Week 3 is going to be about defining your signature. Now, I will say, for me, that has been one of the most frustrating things about just as a content creator, whatever we do for the internet, whatever you want to call it. And one of the most difficult things has been trying to have consistent themes that are me, so that when people watch my stuff, or I can just come out, I feel confident in knowing that these are my elements rather than somebody else's. And one of the reasons why I want to go off in this adventure of creating my own score and music is because a lot of the times in a lot of my videos, I've bought and purchased and borrowed a lot of people's elements to make my videos a little bit more appealing. And there's so many different styles I like. Now, that's not the problem in and of itself. There's just something about me wanting to have original elements in my videos that I think next week I'm really excited for, and I'm going to really try and stay consistent with it rather than stretching 1 week into 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll see what that looks like, and then we'll upload this here when I'm done with it.